Okay, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So our subject is social and professional issues in IT. So course code is MIT 21043. This is our second subject in this semester. Basically, this subject is covering some of the management as well as IT related aspect. And it's in your second year, semester 1. And the credit hours, number of hours for this subject is 45 lecture hours. I'm the lecturer in charge, attached to the department of MIT, senior lecturer in MIT. So the overall view of this course. So the social professional issues in IT has received wide-ranging attention among academia, industry practitioners, individuals in the society. This course module is timely needed and contemporary for businesses, society, and individuals. This course module aims to give the students an understanding of technical, social, ethical, and professional issues associated with the IT in the context of individual, societal, and the business organization concerned. The course module incorporates topics such as introduction to the legal system in Sri Lanka, formation and nature of a contract, discharge of contract, breaches and remedies of contract, right and duties between principal and agent, social and professional issues for organizations, concept of ethical and morality, ethics in IT, law and types of laws, electronic Transaction Act in Sri Lanka and across the globe, privacy and freedom of information, crimes in IT and internet-related issues, security measures for internet-related issues, ethical, privacy, and security issues in IT, online social networks and ethical issues, privacy issues in online social networks, cyber attacks and cyber terrorism, intellectual property rights and licenses, data productions, modern technologies and organization for preventing ethical, social, and professional issues in IT. Okay. So I hope that you have understood about this course content, and let me expand this intended learning outcomes of this course module. After successful completion of this course, the students will be able to understand the basis for ethical, privacy, and the security issues in IT, understand contract, discharge of contract, breach and remedies of contract, rights and duties between principal and agent, understand ethics, morality, and the social and professional issues for organizations, understand social networks, privacy and security issues in online social networks, cyber attacks, and cyber terrorism, understand intellectual property rights and licenses, data production, so on. Understand the modern technologies and mechanism for preventing ethical, social, and professional issues in IT. So these are some of the learning outcomes of this module. So the next one is course content. So I'm going to deliver this session for 45 lecture hours, and various lecture sessions will be conducted, and these are the allocated times in the session topic, and whether it is a lecture hours or case study discussion hours or any other. Okay, the first session will be introduction to social and professional issues in IT. So I'm going to take it for 2 hours. And the professional issues in organizational context is the second lecture session. Social and professional issues in individuals and societal context. Ethics, morality, law and values in IT. I'm going to cover it for 2 hours. Professional code of ethics, professional codes of ethic, professional codes of ethic Yeah, it repeated. Professional Code of Ethics. Concept of a contract, rights, duties, and liabilities between principal and agent. So we will discuss about this the concept related to contract, the duties and liabilities between the agent and the principal. Okay. Introduction to legal system Sri Lanka. So there we will discuss about what are the laws available in Sri Lanka, what are the types of laws, everything we will study. Laws and types of law, we will study various type of laws in Sri Lanka. Computer crimes and computer crimes laws in Sri Lanka. So what is a computer crime, and what are the computer crimes related laws available in Sri Lanka? Crimes in IT and internet related issues. We will discuss about crimes in IT and internet related issues or crimes. Next, we will discuss about the cyber crimes and cyber terrorisms. What is cyber crime? What are cyber terrorisms? What are the activities comes under these cyber crimes? Why terrorists, the hackers or crackers, interested for these cyber crimes? So everything we will study in detail. Security measures for the internet related issues. Security measures for the internet related issues. And we will discuss about ethical, privacy, and security issues in IT and social networks. Nowadays, the social media and the social networks are getting much popular, and people are connected in various social network sites. So, what sort of ethical, privacy, and security related issues they are facing? How they can reveal, or how the hackers can steal some of the valuable information about these social network users. Everything we will study in detail, and we are going to cover up one case study also. So I'm going to discuss one case study under this topic: online social networks and ethical and privacy issues. Online social networks and ethical and privacy issues we will study. Intellectual property and categories in intellectual property. So we will discuss what is intellectual property, what comes under this intellectual property, and what are the different types of intellectual property, how to serve this intellectual property, and what are the benefit of serving or keeping this intellectual property, and the issues related with intellectual property. Next, we will study the data protections, privacy, and freedom of information. So what is the data protections? What are the negative consequences or impact of data protections, and privacy and freedom of information, the disclosure of informations and its related consequences. At the last, we will discuss about modern technologies for preventing ethical, social, and professional issues in IT. So modern technologies for preventing ethical, social, and professional issues in IT. So what are the latest technologies, how they are implemented, or how they can prevent from this ethical, social, professional issues associated with this IT, and we will study in detail. And the data production, privacy, and freedom of information, there also I'm going to discuss one more case study. So case study will be in this topic: data productions, privacy, and freedom of information. Okay, got the idea?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So this is how our lecture session will be for this 45 lecture hours. The topic is, I'll put the session on this topic sometime. The lectures may be like, let's say, if I start this introduction to social and professional issues in IT, I can start it today. And if the time is not permit me, so the following week or the next lecture program, I will complete it. So it will be in multiple classes. The sessions will be in multiple classes or in a single class. It's depend. the teaching for this module, the course will be offered by using the following modes such as the lecture session, presentations, classroom discussion, and case study analysis. So normally we will discuss. So as you all know, you will be in online for 5 weeks, and after that we'll be in the physical lecture room. So lecture sessions, so presentations, classroom discussions, and case study analysis. Okay, outcome assessment strategies. So as usual, so you have to sit for the final written exam that will consume 80% of the total 100 marks. So 80% of the marks is allocated for your final written exam. And for your continuous assessment, the rest of the 20% of the marks will be allocated. From that 20% continuous assessment, you will get individual assignment. And for that individual assignment, the first individual assignment, you will get 5% of the marks will be allocated. And the second individual assignment, another 5% of the marks will be allocated. And midterm test, so you will get 5% of the marks from that continuous 20% allocated continuous assessment marks. And case study analysis also, I'm going to allocate 5% of the marks. Total 100% of the marks will be allocated for this module. And out of 100%, 80% will be allocated for your final written exam, and 20% of the marks will be allocated for your continuous assessment. This continuous assessment will include different type of assessment: individual assignment, midterm test, and case study analysis. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce this course module chapters. So previously we looked at the various session topic. In this table, you can look at various session topic and number of lecture hours for each and every topic, and whether it is a lecture, classroom lecture, or case study discussion. So we looked at this lecture session. Now the power is suddenly off. Sometime the connection will be dropped. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
But don't leave from this session. You have to be in the session. The power was suddenly dropped and now reconnected. Sometime my connection will be dropped. Okay. So course chapters. This module has it includes 7 chapters, and now I'm going to introduce each and every chapter and its related subheading or content. Chapter number 1 will be Introduction to Social and Professional Issues in IT. It will include social and professional issues in IT, in organization issues in organizational context, ethical issues in information technologies, understanding ethical and social issues related to a system, how information technology create ethical issues. So these topics will be covered under chapter number 1, that is Introduction to Social and Professional Issues in IT. So the second one is Morality, Law, and Ethics in Law. Sorry, Ethics in IT. So under this chapter 2, we will discuss about morality. What is morality, law, and ethics in IT, and the concept of ethics, morals, values, rights, policies, so on. Contract, we will study the contract here, the duties and liabilities between principal and agent, common ethical issues for IT users, professional code of ethics, law and types of laws. Law and types of law we will study. Chapter number 3 is crimes in IT and internet related issues. What are the different types of crimes and internet related issues? So there we will study internet-related issues and security measures, computer crime and cyber crime, targets of cyber crimes, some common cyber crimes such as spam, computer misuse, fraud, denial of service attack, and so on. Cyber terrorism, motives of cyber criminals, computer crime, cyber laws in Sri Lanka and worldwide, preventing computer-related crimes, internet-related issues. Okay. Chapter number 4 is ethical, privacy, and security issues in IT and social networks. Ethical, privacy, and social issues in IT and social network. There we will discuss ethical, privacy, security issues in information technology, online crimes and ways to spread online crimes, defense against online crimes, online social networking, and a proven security protocol and best practices we will discuss. Ethical, privacy issues in online social networks, important characteristics of social media technology, personal data and privacy concern in social networking site, online social networking security threat or attack, tips for online safety, security measures for online safety. That is chapter number 4. Chapter number 5 is intellectual property rights and licenses. So we will discuss what is intellectual property and what are the different categories in intellectual property, what is the license, what is copyright, what is trademark, what is patent, and so on. Protecting computer software under the intellectual property. And we will discuss a computer privacy and protecting software under copyright law and patent law and trademark. And also we will discuss what is open source software also. Chapter number 6, data productions, privacy and freedom of information. There we will discuss the data production. What is data production? Freedom of information, security, physical access control, information security control, so on. Privacy and types of privacy we will discuss. Freedom of Information Act, Right to Information Act, digital forensics and computer forensics we will study. Chapter number 7, modern technologies and organization for preventing ethical, social and professional issues in IT. There we will discuss various biometric technologies, types of biometric technologies, the future of biometric, advances in artificial intelligence, future technologies for preventing security issues, various aspects we will study. Now the time is to introduce the recommended reading for this subject. Professional issues in information technology, the first book. I will show you the book a little later. Ethical and social issues in information technology, information age. Contemporary issues in ethical and information technology. Sorry, contemporary issues in ethics and information technology. Social, ethical, legal, and professional issues in computing. The last one is ethical and social issues in information technology, the 5th edition. Okay, that's all from this course module or course manual or course guide. Anything do you want to clarify regarding this course manual or course guide? Any concern? Anything?
No, sir.
Okay, shall we move into lecture session?
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is on my screen? What is on my screen?
Chapter first, sir.
Chapter?
First.
Sorry?
Chapter 1, sir.
Chapter 1. Great. Okay. In this today's session, in this chapter 1, we are going to discuss the following topic: ethical issues in information technologies, understanding ethical and social issues, how information technology create ethical issues, social and professional issues in organizational context. Okay. These are the content of this chapter. Now I'm going to introduce the recommended trading. So these are the 5 listed recommended trading in your course guide or a course manual. So the first one is the professional issues in information technology and ethical and social issues in information age, 6th edition. Contemporary issues in ethics and information technology, social, ethical, legal, and professional issues in computing, and the previous 6th edition and the 5th edition, ethical and social issues in the information age. So these are the recommended trading for this subject. I can share the PDF version of this ebook, recommended ebook. So you can get the copy of this book, not now, later. Okay, let's move into this session. Now, before we discuss the detail about this ethics, security, privacy, and professional issues, can you please tell me what is the role of IT in today's organization? What is the role of IT in today's organizations? Or how IT is changing, or how IT is impacting the organizations? In this subject, you see the title is social, professional, and ethical issues, social and professional issues in IT, social and professional issues in IT. So now we are going to study the social and professional issues in IT in the context of organizations, and individuals. So business organizations and the individuals. So when you look at this course code, the course guide and the different various session topic, you may get some sort of idea what about this course, what are we going to learn from this subject. So what are the contents available in this subject? So actually what this subject is focusing, what are the area this particular subject is focusing. So everything you can understand. Okay, our the context for this subject is organization, business organizations, and the individuals, and for them, what are the social issues and what are the professional issues in information technology, and what sort of social and professional issues in information technology, how these social and professional issues related with this IT, information technology, can impact on the organization, on their routine activities, on their business activities, on their business process, how these social and professional issues in IT can impact on the individuals' privacy and data, individuals' transactions, individuals' business activities, and so on. And individuals like the social network site, and so on. Okay, now tell me, what is the role of IT in organizations? How IT is impacting in today's organization? So please, yesterday also I told, please don't type the answer in the chat box. Frankly, you can talk. Frankly, you can talk. Don't type the answer in the chat box. Have you got my question? Did you understand my question? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Then tell me.
IT plays a major role in all kinds of organization, from small scale to mass level.
Okay.
From
Why?
knowledge level to the strategic management, IT is of much useful in managing the historical data, day-to-day transactions. The past, present, and future transactions are managed with the use of IT. With the commercial advancement of IT, the world has become a global village.
Alam sir. So na lecture like Okay. Okay, you may proceed. You can continue. Exactly. She has pointed out the various many points. You can continue. Others also contribute. Others.
IT is very important to communicate between employees and customer and suppliers in the organization.
Okay, great.
Also, information technology maintain inventory management system in the organization.
Okay.
And organization need to maintain its database, customer relationship management,
Okay.
data management system, and management information system. Also,
Okay.
IT plays a vital in the organization.
Exactly. Great.
Okay.
Any others? Any other answers?
During this pandemic situation, IT help from the work from home in the organization's works, like their calls.
Exactly. Great.
To help the process of managing in the organization, such as record keeping, communications, data analysis. likewise.
So it's you're noisy. I think there is a huge noise from your background. Okay, tell your answer. Akila, tell your answer. Hello?
To help the process of managing, sir, in the organization.
Exactly. To
IT.
help the process of managing the routine activities or day-to-day routine activities or daily business operations. Exactly.
Sir, IT helps to know competitive organizations activities.
Exactly.
Sir, according to the topic, it means social mean it acts as an intermediate between consumers and the organization. It likes communication media, and it also provide the infrastructure and storage networks and everything.
Okay, great.
So IT helps to modernization of the organization.
IT helps to modernize today's organization. Exactly. Great.
IT is used to decision making in the organization.
IT and IT systems are used to make decisions. So IT is very much important. Exactly.
Nowadays, IT helps to the organization for the digital marketing system.
IT is supporting for marketing as well as digital marketing related activities. So IT is very much essential for an organization. Exactly. Any other?
Sir, IT helps to change their mission and vision of organization.
How? Any example? An example how IT can change their vision and mission. How? How? Hello? Others, any other answer?
IT helps to the organization for e-banking and e-commerce system.
Yeah. IT is supporting for e-commerce, m-commerce, and e-banking related activities for an organizations. So it's very much essential. Great. Any other?
IT helps to communicate international organizations.
IT helps to communicate with global organizations. Great.
ITS saved the time in organization.
IT is increasing the efficiency in a way, time saving, cost saving, and management of people and resources. Exactly.
IT gives the easiest way to solve the business problem issues.
IT gives easiest ways to solve business problems, and it facilitates to generate reports and informations, and various kind of IT applications and systems are supporting for organization business activities. Exactly.
So, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
IT helps to organizations for customer relationship management.
IT supporting organizations to maintain better customer relationship management. Okay, great.
Include international workforce.
IT.
IT helps to include international workforce employee.
IT helps to support employees like employee recruitment, EHR practices, and global employees and workforces. Exactly.
So, IT allows companies to store important
ideas.
data.
IT allows the business organization to perform their import and export related activities. Okay.
So IT helps to get new ideas to
IT.
achieve the organizational goals.
IT.
Helps to get new ideas to achieve the goals.
Okay, great. IT can support the organization uh, to to implement their new ideas, innovations, and various kind of new innovative initiatives inside the organizations. Okay, exactly. Any other?
IT helps to invent new products, services, and business models by growing technology.
Exactly, IT can support for inventing new business models and designing and manufacturing product services and extend their business models. Exactly.
IT helps to increase year revenue by connecting foreign business.
Sorry. I couldn't hear you well. Can you please repeat your answer?
IT helps to increase revenue by conducting foreign business.
Exactly. IT can increase their revenue by conducting by involving global business activities like e-commerce, and they can market their product and services for global market. Exactly.
IT
Tell me.
IT is supposed to manage the organization wherever and whenever.
IT can support organization to manage their internal business processes, their department, their unit, and their routine activities. Okay, great.
It facilitates fast payment transfer.
IT can facilitate for the uh, transaction. I mean, it can facilitate for the faster transactions, and businesses can complete or accomplish their business activities very quickly. Okay. Any other?
IT gives accurate information to the organization.
IT can offer exact, accurate, and timely information for business decision making. So it can generate various kind of reports. It can generate various kind of informations. So then the decision making people, the top management can take timely, better decisions for their organizational activities. Exactly.
It helps to increase the market share.
IT can help to increase their market share by extending, by exploring new market opportunities, by entering new marketplaces, by competing with the new global customers. So then they can capture the market and they can increase their market share. Any other?
IT provides various job opportunities.
Yeah, IT can offer and IT can create various job opportunities inside the organizations. So then inside the organization, they may have various innovations, various improvement. Any other?
It gives competitive advantage over competitors.
IT can give competitive advantage. So then the business organization can compete with their competitors and they can capture the potential market, the potential customers. Exactly.
IT gives a job opportunities.
IT can produce, IT can increase various new job opportunities. Okay, great.
IT fosters innovation in business organizations.
IT can increase innovations. IT can introduce new initiatives and innovations in the organizations. Okay.
Sir, IT helps to provide a marketing strategy of an organization.
IT can provide the market strategies to about their market trend and to market their product and services, to increase their sales, to compete with their competitors, to enter into new marketplaces. So IT can give us various kind of insight about their market and market related strategies. Exactly.
IT helps to give customer satisfaction or customers feedback about the organization or organization products.
IT can provide customer feedback. So then this customer feedback can help the organization to support or to serve their customer. Any other? Hello?
IT saves the business money.
IT can save money in a way. It can reduce the cost and it can optimize the operations. The unwanted cost can be reduced. Unwanted expenditures can be reduced. The operational efficiency can be achieved. So it is very much helpful for the organization to enjoy their cost cutting.
IT
Any other answer?
IT helps to know the growth level of organization.
IT can help the organization to know their current status and their position in the market, to understand their customer behaviors, to identify their market share, to get to know the market trend. Okay.
IT helps to find out or identify who are misused in the business transaction.
Exactly. IT can help us to prevent some fraud or some of the misuse of business related organization, business resources like the computer resources or some other organization resources. Great.
IT enhancing managerial decision making.
IT can enhance the managerial decision making in a sense. It can take timely decisions with accurate informations or with accurate data, so they can take timely decisions. Okay.
Very important matter is IT plays a huge role in during this COVID-19 pandemic in the organization.
I couldn't get you what IT can.
IT can play a vital role during this COVID-19 pandemic in the organization.
So IT can support for some abnormal situations or some turbulence conditions like let's say this COVID-19 or any other abnormal situations. IT can support for an organization for their survival. Exactly. Any other answer?
The time.
Sorry?
IT reduces the time.
IT can reduce the time, so no need to wait for the long hours, and it can increase the efficiency so that the business related activities can be accomplished quickly. There is no delay in the activities or business related activities. Any other?
IT reduce human labor.
IT can reduce human resources, like it can it helps to efficiently manage the human resources, their scheduling, their recruitment, their training, their reward systems, their promotions. So IT can efficiently support for employee management and HR related activities. Exactly.
IT supports the people to make a better person,
IT
highly valuable person.
IT can support to select the better person, better employees. Okay. Any other?
IT help to interact with internal, external environment.
IT can? Sorry, IT can? IT can support to interact with external and internal environment. Okay, great.
IT can help to solve problems.
IT can support to solve problems inside the organization, as well as IT can helps to communicate, collaborate from the external stakeholders, and they can get some sort of support from outsiders. Great.
IT helps to operate the manufacturing company machineries. So we product many items, many manufacture in few times.
IT can increase the operational efficiencies, so then they can optimize their resources, they can optimize their production plant, they can optimize from the scheduling, they can optimize their resources, so they can enjoy efficiencies in their production manufacturing, distributions, and various aspects in this supply and logistic. Okay, great.
IT helps to store more data in a business organization.
IT can support to store the data, to collect the data, to store the data, to process the data, and to disseminate this data. And the data can be stored in a databases or some other knowledge management system. And this data can be accessed in future years. And this data is very much essential for their future survival as well as future business activities. Okay, great. That's all, or any other idea? Any other idea? Hello, any other idea? No? Any other idea? Okay. Thank you so much. We have pointed out a number of answers for these questions. So I think I don't want to repeat it again. So we have mentioned number of answers for these questions. Okay. So these days organizations are highly dependent or highly relying on IT and IT systems for their business activities, because now I'm going to summarize some of the key points from your answer, as well as I'm going to summarize it in a perfect manner. Information technology is impacting on the organization, as well as business organizations are highly depending on IT. And the organizations, business organizations are heavily investing in this IT investment or IT applications or IT system for their business organizations, because IT is supporting for organization in various aspects, like the systems or applications, like expert level system, knowledge management systems, or supply chain management system, customer relationship management systems. So various kinds of system, ERP, enterprise resource planning systems. So these systems are expert level or IT, large scale IT systems are supporting for business organizations, and it can integrate the functional areas of an organization like marketing, HR, HRM, accounting, finance, and human resource and research and development. These functional areas of an organization can be integrated. And when they are integrating these functional areas, they can work very smoothly, very effectively, like they can share the data, they can share their own functional areas, data and information with other functional areas, and they can coordinate their business activities. They can easily carry out their business operations, and the IT can support organization for internal as well as the external environment, external stakeholders, like from the external environment, IT can support, or IT can link the suppliers, vendors, service providers, competitors, and other government related agencies or some other financial institutions. So then they can make their transaction, or they can conduct their business activities very smoothly. And also nowadays the technology is highly, the technology is rapidly developing or rapidly extending for innovations, or in various kind of technological aspect, like cloud computing, various kind of innovations. So organization can migrate into new changes, new adoptions, so then they can easily maintain their data, or they can easily maintain their business related activities. And nowadays the trend like automations or business process re-engineering, computerized systems in place. So then the business organizations are adopting these new changes like business process re-engineering, automations, or computerized business environment. So then they can convert from their manual process into computerized environment. So then they can carry out their business related activities very smoothly. And also IT can increase the operational efficiencies in a way. It can increase, then it can reduce the number of formal workers, and a few employees can carry out with the system, few employees can carry out their business related activities. So then it can reduce cost, unbounded cost, as well as it can increase the efficiencies, and ultimately they can enjoy the profit. Business IT can increase the efficiency in various aspects in the organization, like business related activities, and logistic and supply chain management, and customer relationship management, and quality management, and manufacturing and production. So they can enjoy various efficiencies in their routine activities. And IT can helps to monitor the market environment, like IT can support to monitor or observe or understand their customers' feedback, the customers' trend, the customers' buying behaviors, the trend or the new competitions in the market, the competitors' behaviors, the competitors' product, competitors' move, and IT can effectively use to extract or get some sort of new ideas in the market. So what are the new product available, how our competitors are moving, what they are introducing, how our customer behaviors are changing. So what are the innovations in the product in the market, what is our market trend, are we increasing or are we growing in our market size, or are we declining in our market? So what is the reason for this decreasing? Though all these kind of market related activities IT can support. And nowadays it is a phenomenon, or it is natural. Each and every organization has to adapt into the new environment, new systems and new innovations. So they have to adapt toward this IT application and IT system, so then they can sustain in the market. And IT can support for their global operations, like e-commerce related activities. They can market their product and services not only in the local market, but also in the global marketplaces. And they can sell their product and services in the foreign countries and a global market. They can compete with the foreign customers. They can conduct with the foreign customers. They can compete with the foreign competitors, and various kind of business opportunities are available. E-commerce related activities, m-commerce related activities, and various online business activities and business transactions. IT can support to merge or link with other partners, other business entities. So then it will bring many benefit for the organizations. So these are some of the reasons businesses are depending, or businesses are linked with IT, and IT also supporting for the organization. What's my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from this number of points, as you mentioned, as well as I summarized, you can understand the dependencies, the dependence of IT in the organizations. And it's a critical importance. IT is a critically important for organizations, and there are ways, or there are chances for the IT can create the opportunities, as well as the IT can create, or IT can enable the employees to misuse or to do some sort of what you call this unwanted ethical activities. So now we are going to discuss how IT can create the ethical issues for an organizations. So information technology create ethical issues because IT changes the distribution of decision-making rights, power, and other resources. In a sense, in a typical organization, the modern business organizations, so they are computerizing. So inside their organizations, there are various kind of computer-based systems and automated systems, and employees are working with the IT systems or IT applications. And now, from the traditional management style to the modern management style, the managerial levels, like in the traditional management, they have a top management, middle management, and the low-level employees. So now you see, when it comes to this automated or computerized business environment, so for the better decision making, for the timely decision making, the managers are getting the power, or they have a rights to take the decisions. So it can allow them to misuse, or it can enable them to use their systems or their what do you call these applications in a different manner. So IT changes the distribution of decision making rights, power, and other resources. And also in the organizations, there are various kind of sensitive data, like customer data, customer privacy data, and banking related data, business related transaction related data, and the particular business organization past transaction historical data. So the access privileges for this data informations can be shared with the employees. So the employees can misuse them, or they can steal, and they can sell it to outsiders. So various kind of misuse and misconduct. The second one is IT create new opportunities to commit crimes. So as I mentioned earlier, nowadays the IT systems and application, like the company data, can be accessed from various places, like marketplace, from the remote environment. As you all know, during these COVID situations, most of the employees are working from home, so they can access the company's data from the company server. So they are allowed to access the company data. This data is very much sensitive, and the data should be protected in a manner so the employees can, when they are accessing or when they are misusing, it will create various kind of issues. So and also they are carrying various kind of smart devices. Employees are carrying various kind of smart devices. They are like PDAs, personal digital assistants, some other various innovative devices. So then they can connect with their server remotely. They can access sensitive informations, and there are various chances to commit these crimes for an organizations. They can easily access their databases. They can easily get the customers and sensitive bank related informations, and they can misuse it. So various issues are available. Information technology offers opportunities for unethical behavior due to use of collecting and disseminating the information. So as I mentioned earlier, informations, the website, customer information can be easily collected from website by cookies or some other user's account. And those sensitive information can be stored in the databases, and this information can be shared with outsiders, or these can be hacked by hackers. So there are various kind of cyber crimes, cyber fraud, identity theft, and intellectual property theft, and various kind of online and computer related crimes in the organizations. So in nutshell, in the information technology, IT is supporting in many ways for an organizations. IT is helping the business organization in many ways. At the same time, there are chances or there are opportunities. This IT can allow employees and hackers to steal or to damage their sensitive data and informations and various kind of valuable resources inside the organizations. But the area.
Yes.
And you see nowadays, when we compare with the traditional business organization, the modern business organization has various IT-related jobs. So it shows us we are highly dependent on IT, and we need the modern business organization need employees. They are skilled enough to work these kind of jobs, IT-related jobs. But when we are when we are comparing with the traditional organizations, so we don't want this kind of IT skilled people. So it's very rare to find in the traditional organization. It is very rare to find IT jobs. But in the modern organizations, so the modern business organization is highly depending on IT, because they are implementing various kind of IT systems, and they are highly depending on IT infrastructure. So they need the skilled IT workers. So the jobs like programmers and the system analyst, database and network administrators, network engineers, webmasters, web page developers, e-commerce specialists, chief information officer, and technicians, and web designers, Java programmers, web troubleshooters, and telecommuting and virtual workers. So these are the various kind of IT-related jobs, IT skilled job. And it shows that so the modern organization is highly depending on IT. So to work these IT operations, IT-related tasks, they are hiring employees with these IT-related jobs. So the impact of IT in today's modern business workplace, you see they are job upgrading. Of job upgrading sense, from the manual work to computerized environment, computerized environment. So manual works are replaced with the computers. So there is no manual work, there is no manual paperwork. So there is a computer-related computerized systems. So the clerical workers who use and who now use computers. Now the clerical workers are, the clerical staff and clerical workers are using computers, and they are working with the application computer systems. So job upgrading, automations, computerized systems, and various kind of business process re-engineering and various kind of upgradations. One skilled worker might be capable of doing the job of several workers. So it's also possible in this today's modern organizations. If it is a manual work, there are several employees, they are performing their operation, particular activity or a particular transaction, and they will take a number of hours to complete particular activity. And there are several workers to do this particular activity. But when it comes to this computerized systems and automations, so a few staff is enough to manage the entire organizations, the entire company. A few IT skilled employees are enough to manage the entire organization, because they can perform several manual workers' duties and tasks. So one single IT skilled employee can perform many or several manual workers' tasks and duties. So one skilled worker might be capable of doing the job of several manual workers. And you see the virtual organizations. So nowadays it is increasing the virtual organizations because the organizations also, businesses also can produce various cost cutting, like they don't want to physically hire and physically place all the employees inside the organizations. They don't want to spend the money on the buildings and the furnitures, on the machineries or any other infrastructure. What they can do is they can hire the employees from outside, like freelance services, or the employees, the actual employees can work from distant places like home or some other places. They can work from the virtual environment. They can run their office setup. So network for independent companies, suppliers, customers, and manufacturers. So they can communicate, they can collaborate with companies, suppliers, and customers and manufacturers remotely or virtually with the advancement of technology. So they can conduct their meeting, they can they can communicate with their suppliers, customers, and manufacturers or service providers or vendors with the help of technology like voice call or video call or any kind of telecommunicating mode. They can communicate, and connected via information technology, as I mentioned earlier, any kind of a connection mode, they can communicate with their above external holders. Share skills and cost, like they can hire, they don't want to hire the employees physically, and they don't want to pay the salaries for them. They don't want to train them. They don't want to give the promotions or any kind of other training. So what they can do is, if they want the graphic designer, they can hire it from the freelancing. So very cheap. We are paying for the graphic designers on the project basis or any other related task basis. So freelancing options are available, and we can hire the experienced, good skills employees in a cheap rate. So organization can enjoy much benefit. And the employee recruitment, they don't want to spend much money on the employees' physical recruitment. Have access to each other's market. They can observe and they can monitor the virtual market, and they can see the market, who are the competitors, and what are their product, what product is getting much popular in the market, who are their customers, what is their buying behaviors, and what is their market size, and how we can enter into that market. So is there any possibilities? All these kind of information they can access remotely or virtually, and they can market their product and services in the global marketplaces. So various kind of IT's impact in the organizations. Good idea.
Yes, sir.
Good idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now we are going to discuss about key technology trend that rise the ethical issues. So what are the key technological trend that rise the ethical issues? Before that, we have to study what is ethical, what is ethic, and what is code of ethics, and so on. After that, we will discuss this key technology trend that rise the ethical issues. And we have various kind of risk associated with information technologies, various issues associated with these information technologies, and we will discuss in detail. Okay, so I'm going to conclude today's session by this level, and we will continue the remaining aspect in the future sessions. So we are going to meet for the next lecture, I think Tuesday, 1:30 to 4:30, coming Tuesday. Am I correct? For IT for management subject. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So then we will meet 1:30 to 4:30 coming Tuesday for IT for management subject.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
A small request, sir, can we have this handout once we finish the lesson, sir, so that we can prepare and have some basic idea?
I couldn't get you what you are telling.
Can we have this handout once we finish the lesson, sir,